the machines have risen. The war for humanity's survival rages on. And in 2009, the Terminator franchise took a bold step into a post-apocalyptic future with Terminator Salvation. But how does it stack up in the legacy of the iconic series? Let's find out. Terminator Salvation is the fourth installment in the Terminator franchise, directed by Meg. This film is set in 2018, during the heat of the war between humanity and Skynet. Unlike the previous films, it's not about sending Terminators back in time to prevent Judgment Day. Instead, we're plunged straight into the thick of the future war. With Christian Bale playing John Connor and Sam Worthington as Marcus Wright. The movie introduces us to a world that feels raw, bleak, and absolutely consumed by machines. But is it the gritty war epic we were hoping for, or did it miss the mark? Let's dive deeper into what worked and what didn't. Without spoiling too much, the plot focuses on John Connor, who is now a resistance leader, and his struggle to take down Skynet. Alongside him is Marcus Wright, a mysterious figure who doesn't quite know whether he's human or machine. The film explores themes of humanity, identity, and what it means to be human in a world overrun by machines. Connor's mission is to protect a young Kyle Reese, who we know from the original movie. Will one day be sent back in time to become his father. Twists, action, and chaos follow. Let's talk about the characters. Christian Bale as John Connor. He's intense, driven, and definitely brings that Batman energy to the role. You can tell he's shouldering the burden of saving humanity. But some fans felt his performance was a little too serious, even for Connor. What do you think? Then we have Marcus Wright, played by Sam Worthington, who really carries the emotional weight of the movie. His character is torn between being a machine and a man, and his journey of self-discovery adds a fresh twist to the franchise. Now, one thing Terminator Salvation absolutely nails is the action and visuals. The post-apocalyptic world is grim, and the battles between humans and machines are relentless. From massive explosions to one-on-one combat with Terminators, the special effects are top-notch. But does all the action sometimes overshadow the story? At times, it feels like the emotional beats are lost amid the chaos. So, let's break down what worked and what didn't in Terminator Salvation. The visuals and action sequences? Incredible. If you love sci-fi battles and gritty war settings, this movie delivers on that front. But, the character development and pacing? It's a mixed bag. While Marcus Wright's storyline was compelling, John Connor's arc felt a bit one-dimensional. Also, the movie is darker in tone but lacks the time travel suspense and philosophical questions that made the earlier Terminator films so captivating. As the machines prepare for a final attack, John Connor and a mysterious stranger delve into the heart of Skynet and uncover a terrible secret involving the annihilation of mankind. In 2018, Skynet has destroyed most of humanity and survivors have been hiding underground from an army of machines, known as Terminators. After a failed attack on a Skynet base, John Connor, the man fated to lead the resistance, is the sole survivor. On the other hand, Marcus Wright, who only remembers being on death row, meets Kyle Reese, and it is believed by Connor that he was sent from the future to kill him. Now Marcus and John must unlikely join forces in order to save Kyle Reese and the humans captured by the machines. In 2003, Dr. Serena Kogan Helena Bonham Carter of Cyberdyne Systems convinces death row inmate Marcus Wright Sam Worthington to sign his body over for medical research following his execution by lethal injection. 1 year later, the Skynet system is activated, perceives humans as a threat to its own existence. Skynet decides to strike first and eradicates much of humanity in the event known as Judgment Day, as depicted in Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. This started the war between the humans and the machines. To hunt down humans, Skynet built Terminators. Many believe that John Connor is the key to salvation, while others believe that he is a false prophet. In 2018, John Connor Christian Bale leads a resistance attack on a Skynet base. John discovers human prisoners and schematics for a new type of Terminator incorporating living tissue. But he is the only apparent survivor of the attack after the base is destroyed in a nuclear explosion. However, Marcus later emerges from the wreckage of the base and proceeds on foot to Los Angeles. John returns to Resistance headquarters located aboard a nuclear submarine, and tells General Ashdown Michael Ironside, the current leader, of his discovery. Meanwhile, the Resistance has discovered a radio frequency believed to be capable of sending an order to shut down Skynet machines. They believe that since Skynet is also a machine, so this radio frequency is its off switch. They plan to launch an offensive against the Skynet base in San Francisco in 4 days. In response to an intercepted kill list indicating that Skynet plans to kill the Resistance's command staff in a week's time, John learns that his own name is second on the list. Following a civilian named Kyle Reese went back in time to impregnate Sarah Connor. The Resistance leaders are unaware of Kyle's importance, but John knows that it is because Kyle will later become his father as depicted in the Terminator. John meets with his wife Kate Bryce Dallas Howard and his subordinate Barnes Common. They test the signal on smaller captured machines, and it works. They transmit a radio broadcast to Resistance members and surviving civilians around the world. John and Barnes test the signal on bigger machines using a short-wave radio in the field. Again, the signal manages to bring down a machine by shutting it down. Ashdown wants to attack Skynet core, but this would also cause human casualties as the core is surrounded by human prisoners. John wants to rescue the human prisoners before killing Skynet. Arriving in the ruins of Los Angeles, Marcus is saved from a T-600 Terminator by Kyle Reese and Ton Yelchin and his mute child companion star Jada Grace Berry. It is clear that the Terminators are very difficult to eliminate. Kyle informs Marcus about the war between humans and Skynet. Hearing John's radio broadcast, the three leave Los Angeles. Marcus wants to go north towards Skynet, but Kyle convinces him to go east and link up with the Resistance. They survive an attack and a drone that identifies Kyle. Kyle, Star, and Marcus find human survivors hiding from the machines. But then the location comes under attack from the machines and Kyle, Star, and several other humans are taken prisoner. Marcus tries to save Kyle and Star, but the machines are simply indestructible and only Marcus manages to escape. 2 Resistance A-10 airplanes are shot down when they try to intercept the machine transport and its escorts. The transports are headed towards San Francisco, the known location of Skynet core. Marcus locates downed pilot Blair Williams' Moon Bloodgood and they make their way to John's base. On their way, Blair is attacked by other human survivors who rob fellow humans. Marcus helps Blair to fight the looters, but Marcus is wounded by a magnetic landmine which is designed to kill machines, just as they reach John's base. Attempting to save his life, the Resistance fighters discover that Marcus is a cyborg, with a mechanical endoskeleton, circuitry, and a partially artificial cerebral cortex. Marcus believes himself to be human, but John shows Marcus's hybrid biomechanical body which mixed human organs and machine body parts, overlaid by human skin to him. John thinks that Marcus has been sent to kill him and orders his destruction. Marcus learns that John is looking for Kyle, and tells John that Cly is on a transport headed for Skynet. However, Blair helps Marcus escape from the base. During the pursuit, Marcus saves John's life from Skynet Hydrabots, and the two make a bargain. Marcus will enter Skynet's headquarters and attempt to help John rescue Kyle and the other prisoners. John pleads with Ashdown to delay the attack, but Ashdown refuses and relieves John of his command. However, the Resistance forces disobey Ashdown's orders and await John's signal. Marcus enters the base, interfaces with the computer, and disables the perimeter defenses, so that John can infiltrate the cell block and release the human prisoners. Marcus learns that Skynet engineered him to serve as bait, aiming to draw John to the base where he will be eliminated. As the Resistance initiates its assault, Skynet plans to execute John, finally achieving what it had repeatedly failed to do. Moreover, The radio transmission vital to the Resistance's strategy is a deception. Skynet exploits it to locate and eliminate the command submarine carrying the Resistance leaders. Marcus rips out the hardware connecting him to Skynet and joins forces with John to combat a new T-800 Model 101 Terminator Arnold Schwarzenegger. In the intense showdown, John sustains fatal injuries but manages to obliterate the Skynet base by setting multiple Terminator fuel cells to detonate. As they are airlifted out, John, Marcus, Kyle, and Star narrowly escape the explosion. Kate desperately tries to revive John, but his heart is too damaged. In a selfless act, Marcus offers his own heart for transplant, sacrificing himself to save John. Despite the loss, John survives. He contacts the other Resistance fighters, reminding them that while this battle is won, the war against Skynet is far from finished. So, is Terminator Salvation a worthy entry in the Terminator series? Well, it definitely divided fans. Some appreciated the gritty future war vibe and the exploration of new themes, while others missed the depth and complexity of the first two movies. For those craving non-stop action, this one is for you. For fans seeking more of the heart and mind-bending plots the franchise is known for, this one may feel a little shallow. But what about you? Did Terminator Salvation live up to your expectations? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more movie breakdowns and reviews. And as always, stay human.